Hello, Nathan here with Pixel Pipes, and 2017 is drawing to a close, and it's been a great year here at the channel. We started off in April, and things are actually starting to pick up quite nicely. I'm very proud of what I've accomplished with the channel, and very optimistic about the future. But I wanted to close the year with something a little extra, so I thought I would do a graphics card collection tour, and it's something I'm sure many of you are curious about. I've actually gotten a few requests to do this, so yeah, what do you say we get right to it? All right, so I guess the best place to start with showcasing my collection is the shelf that I use in my background. I keep tweaking this, I keep changing the layout, moving things around and stuff. I like to put some of the most, interesting or memorable or important graphics cards here on the shelf just to kind of showcase in the background there. And obviously a bunch of other stuff that has nothing to do with graphics cards. So we're just going to kind of go over what everything is. So starting on the top shelf, we have the GeForce GT 430 PCI, the GT 520 PCI, and the Radeon 7500. Next on this shelf, we have some very important graphics cards. This is my Typhoon 3D Max Voodoo 1 4 meg, my Voodoo 5 5500 AGP, and my Creative Labs GeForce 256 DDR32NB. And now, with the benefit of a tripod, we have a Radeon 9700 Pro, this one does not work, a Radeon 9800 Pro, a Radeon 9800 Pro 256MB GDDR2 edition, my Rage Fury Max, and a Creative Labs TNT2 Ultra, a GeForce 8800 GTX, a Radeon X800 XT PCI Express, and a GeForce 6800 Ultra PCI Express. Now here on the bottom shelf, I keep most of my graphics cards in these plastic bins, which I've labeled, obviously. But I do have a few on the top, so we'll just briefly go over those. We have a Leadtech GeForce 7800 GTX, a Diamond TNT2 Ultra, which does not work, a Leadtech GeForce 8800 GTS 320MB, a Hercules 3D Prophet 4000 XT, this is based on the PowerVR Cairo, and a Radeon 9800 Pro 256NB DDR1 edition. This one I'm borrowing from a friend. And then the rest of the collection I'm just going to go through one by one. Alright, so next in no particular order we have a Sapphire Radeon 8500 64MB, a GeForce 7900 GTX, a BFG Tech GeForce 5900 Ultra, a Radeon X 1800 XT, a Leadtech GeForce 3 Ti 500, a Quadro 2 Pro that I've resistor modded and flashed to be a GeForce 2 Ultra, a Radeon DDR32MB, a Rage 128 Pro, a Radeon 8500 128NB, a Leadtech GeForce FX 5200, a Radeon X1950 XTX, another Radeon 9700 Pro, this one is fully working, a Radeon SDR 64MB, a GeForce 4 MX 460, a Riva 128 4MB, a Radeon X850 XT Platinum Edition PCI Express, a TNT2 M64 32MB, an ELSA Quadro SDR that I've resistor modded to be a GeForce 256 SDR with 64MB, a Radeon DDR 64MB, an Albatron GeForce 4 Ti 4600, this card, a Quadro 2 MXR, an ELSA GeForce 2 MX, a GeForce 2 MX 400, my cat Simba, an Asus GeForce 2 MX 400, my Quadro FX 4400 512NB, and a whole bunch more PCI cards. Yeah, actually, I'll save those for another time. So yeah, that's the graphics card collection. It's growing all the time, of course. I'm sure if you've kept up with the Pixel Box videos and you've seen some of the ones that I've gotten in. But I've been collecting since early 2016, at least in earnest. I have, though, some graphics cards I've done all the way back in 2010, such as the 6800 Ultra and the Quadro version of the 6800 Ultra. So, it was always something in my mind that I wanted to start doing, but I didn't really get serious about it until, close to 2 years ago. But obviously I have plenty of material to work with this collection. And you know, my list of projects and videos just goes on and on. It's enough to last all through next year and beyond. Who knows how long this channel is going to go. You know, you know, I'm gonna keep doing it for as long as you enjoy it, and as long as I enjoy it. There's no telling where it's gonna go. Next week I have another video coming to kind of showcase some of the inner workings of the channel. And so stay tuned for that, and Happy New Year, Happy Holidays. Thanks for watching, and this is Pixel Pipes.